Oh, I'll wait. I'll wait. I'll wait. I know some of you might be still out shooting firecrackers. It's almost 11 o'clock where I'm at. Eastern Standard Time is almost 11. No, it is 11 right now. Let me see what I got going on here. Okay. Just wanted to come in, just have a conversation with you all tonight. I know I got to get up and go to work in the morning, but it's all good. Had a very, very quiet 4th of July. Didn't do much of anything. We did set the grill out on the deck and barbecue and everything. So that was all we did. Stayed home and watched movies. Didn't go anywhere special, but to the supermarket or to any market that may have been open close by. And that's it. And I spent most of my day here. We spent most of our day tonight in the house. So I'm in this extra room here and I'm just going to want to have a conversation with you all. I'm looking for y'all to come in. Let me see something here. Okie dokie.
Edelin, you say there is no way your deceased son, Quentin, fathered the defendant's daughter.
Oh boy. Not interested in watching something like that. I'm just going to sit here and wait and wait and wait on my people to come on in. Come on in, y'all. Just briefly want to talk with you guys. I'm not going to try to keep you too long. I know people got things to do. Give myself a little bit more time here before anybody come in. Yeah, I was feeling really down today. I don't know. I just ever since R. Kelly got that sentence in of 30 years, I just really haven't been having a really good spirit. You know, I wish there was more I can do. I really wish there was more I can do for the sentencing of R. Kelly. I just thought it was just totally pure racist. It was a racist hate crime to me for what they did to R. Kelly. And I know some people may disagree with me, but it is. It is what it is. Call it for what it is. It's the truth. The way they lynched this man. There's so much to cover here and what to discuss about what happened. I'm just I see one person here that came in the chat. How you doing? How you doing? I can't really see if anybody's making any comments yet. But if they do, it'll pop up. It will pop up. But I know a lot of people may feel a little exhausted talking about it. And I know I'm not alone in how I feel about what took place with R. Kelly, with Robert Sylvester Kelly. I know I'm not alone. Oh, God, give me strength. And I was just looking and scrolling through some videos, and I saw one about Man Up, and Judge Joe Brown was making his comments, and I was just very disappointed in everything he had to say. I just don't want to hear what he has to say. I just thought it was disgusting, and I don't think, I had a lot of love and respect for Judge Joe Brown at one time, but now he's starting to look like a bitter, old, washed up judge from from TV. That's how he's starting to make me feel. And I don't want to disrespect my elders, but he's been very disrespectful. He's been very disrespectful um, on what he had to speak on as far as with Robert Sylvester Kelly. and the things he made, the comments he made, just that he didn't come from a good place in his heart or his spirit. So I try not to listen too much to what he has to say. I know he came on Infamous Sylvia at one time, her platform, and discussed some things about the Lord with them, and he was being very nasty and I don't what word can I can say? I could say he was being nasty, he was being rude, he was being very disrespectful. Even if you want to get your point across to people, especially on certain topics, there's some kind of way of showing some nice kindness about yourself. How y'all doing? I see three people came on, and thank you for coming in, stopping in, and sitting on tonight's live with me. And I've just been feeling really down about it. And it's just some people I'd rather not even listen to what they got to say. I see a lot of hearts are. Oh God, I hate that. Damn. This female. Let me tell you, I called this person earlier today, right? And they didn't have time to talk. They had to do this, they had to do that. And I understand they was going to a cookout today. And I said, okay, so have a good day and this, that, and the other. And I also told them that, I'm gonna be getting in my bed early tonight because I don't want to. I'm just gonna be home today, and I'm gonna be home um for the 4th of July. I'm not going anywhere. I didn't have plans to do anything for the 4th. So, hi, Sir Miguel. How are you? Bless your heart. Thank you for the hearts and the prayers. Yeah, so I told them I wasn't going to stay home. I'm just going to be tired. I'm exhausted. And plus, they wanted to talk about this R. Kelly stuff. And I tell people like this, don't call me if you ain't got anything nice to say. I don't want to talk about R. Kelly with you. I really don't. I don't want people to get me upset and give me a headache. Because that's what people will try to do because I like R. Kelly and they know I'm an R. Kelly lover and a R. Kelly supporter. So people will try to do things to just like upset you in the conversation about R. Kelly. And if you ain't got nothing nice to say about the man, don't say nothing to me at all. I'm at that part right now where I'm at the point where I want to hurt somebody. that's how I feel right now. And I'm just trying to stay as clear as I can away from doing that and cursing somebody out and breaking my spirit down like that. I just don't want to talk to people like that. That's why I refuse to go on certain channels that I already know that are R. Kelly haters and they don't want to see him have any justice served to him. This whole trial to me for Robert Sylvester Kelly, it was a lynching. And a lot of people are starting to see it. I'm glad Bootsy, little badass Bootsy or whatever his name is putting some um, awareness out there that he is bringing things to the entertainment of the artists out there to let them know what's going on with R. Kelly. You know what I'm saying? Nobody is really making any great music out there to really, I would say, be anything that's going to be longevity. The music is just like a one hit wonder. It comes in and then it goes out. It's nobody making any like hit after hit after hit. It's just like a new song come in, boom, that person is all forgotten about, and it's no real good music out there to me anymore. I don't know about you young people out there. This is your generation. This is y'all time of your music and everything. I don't even understand some of the things that come out of the mouth of these new artists out here. I really can't. I don't even understand what they saying. So I listen to some, but not too much. My radio does stay when I'm driving on the Sirius XM radio. I got satellite radio, and I listen to the R&B station, Heart and Soul. And there's really nothing out there that is playing anything great. Nothing to really make you fall in love or get with your boo or anything like that. The music today is just so watered down and drained. There's no real true romance in there. There's no real true love in there. I mean that real heavy, deeply, passionately love in the music of today. I'm sorry. I'm just calling it as how I feel. How I feel. But back to what I was saying about Judge Joe Brown and his commentary that he was sitting on Dana, that lady Dana or whatever, on her panel, and he was talking about R. Kelly and how he deserved this, and he was just horrible. He was just a disgusting, mean, bitter, old, washed up judge, and that's the way I'm just gonna call it for what it is. I didn't appreciate that at all, and when R. Kelly gets through this thing, and I know he will, and I know he got legal counsel. More people are going to join on his team to help him fight the Chicago trial and the others that are heading his way. So I know the more he's going to be sitting there and this stuff is going on about him, people are starting to feel some kind of way like, wait a minute, this ain't right. Now they calling for these parents to be held in custody for what they did of neglect and abuse, or those that even brought their daughters to R. Kelly, which these women made these decisions on their own. I'm sorry. They all did. They all made their choices to be with the superstar and to get with him in some kind of way. They found a way to get around him, to be with him. And the people that weren't watching over R. Kelly, the people that was allowing these women to get to him, and they proven that in court that they was lied about their age. They showed fake ID. They testified to that on the witness stand of the things they did to get close to him. Geronda Pace said what she said. So did Azarel, about her parents telling her to lie, her mother pretending that she was Azarel on the phone talking to R. Kelly to meet up with R. Kelly and all this other stuff. It's just all of that none of that they took into consideration. All that these people did, they didn't even look at that as, oh wow, 30 years, 30 years, that's a lynching sentence. I'm sorry. And then it wasn't even proven to be a RICO. They didn't even prove the RICO. Okay, so they just came up. They already had in their mind the number they wanted to give him. Remember, R. Kelly had 30 years of his career in the music, in the game, 30 years of writing music for other people, all the raw work he put in and everything, and they want to try to take it all back from him and let him die in jail. Like Michael Avenatti made that statement out there when this whole thing was going on with R. Kelly, the whole segment. From the beginning of this segment, he out there doing a conference in the news, whatever. Michael Avenatti talking about R. Kelly gonna die in jail, like saying stuff like that, and they getting away with doing it. And I said like this on something, and I commented when Dana was on there talking to an Andrew guy, somebody that's ready to be R. Kelly's public relations dude. He wants to go on R. Kelly's team to help R. Kelly, and I pray that he do get some more public information out there to humanize R. Kelly again. The way they have just dragged this man all through the media, dragged him through public opinion and all that other stuff. The stuff that they done to him. I'm hoping somebody will come and just set the record straight. You know, it's horrible to treat anybody like that. No, I don't think nobody deserves what they did to R. Kelly. Nobody should deserve that in the justice system. And I think they really railroaded him. And if they can get away with this, they could do it to anybody else. They could get away doing it to another black successful um, person, human being. If they can get away with doing it, you know, and they should not be able to get away with it. They should not. We got to fight this whole thing. That's why I wasn't. That's another reason why I wasn't feeling this season of 4th of July or whatever, independence, liberty, justice for all bullshit. I just wasn't feeling it because none of that is true. Is what is written in the Declaration. None of that is fucking true. Not for all of us, especially for black people. And why should black people have to be held accountable all the time when nobody else is being held accountable for their crimes and their laws and breaking the laws? Why is it always going to be the burden on us? And this is what I'm saying. There should not be any black person right now celebrating no Independence Day thinking this is a great celebration today. It shouldn't be. After what happened to R. Kelly, I don't think every black person need to wake up. They just need to wake up. She just sent me something. I hope it ain't nothing on R. Kelly, please. Some people are just something else. You know, just disgusting. Black people just disappoint me. I just wanted to just I was like, you got to get better with this. I was like, look, you don't understand. It ain't affecting you the way because, yeah, so I just didn't want to talk about it as much. I only want to talk about it among you guys. I mean, those of you who are in support of R. Kelly, I just wanted to talk about it with you, clear my head about a lot of things that was going through my mind. I'm just really disgusted, disgusted, you know, about how this whole thing turned out for R. Kelly. Everybody's like, "Oh, you just," no, he touched people, everybody in their own personal different way, in a own personal different way through his music. People don't. It's a very personal relationship thing. I don't know how to explain it. It touched everybody differently, but I know what it has done. And for me, and personally for me, as listening to his music over the years, and even this like thinking about this being 4th of July, and I remember when I first came out here, the year that I first came out here, R. Kelly was on tour for his Love Letter album. And one of the places that me and my husband went to his concert that year in Philly. And we went there at the Mann Act. They had his concert at the Mann Act. We partied all weekend that weekend. Me and my husband, we partied all weekend. Listen, at the R. Kelly concert, we had a great time. He gives such a wonderful show. We just enjoyed ourselves that whole weekend out in Philly, the city of brotherly love, where we went on the Franklin Parkway and everything, and watched the fireworks that next evening because we stayed that whole weekend out in Philly. And that was when R. Kelly was on his Love Letter tour, and oh my God, he did we had such a wonderful time. Me, my husband, and some friends, we really had a wonderful, wonderful time during that concert. Oh my God. I got so close to the stage to R. Kelly, and I was able to just like, my husband was like, "Oh my God, baby, I saw you up there. You had to run up there." I said, "Yes, I had to get up there to go hold his hand." And he was closing his show saying, "Step in the name of love." And I followed him all the way down the stage. And he was such a gentleman. He was such a nice, person to came out to salute all of us that was out there, came out to his show. He made sure everybody was all right. He asked if you was okay, and he gave a smile, and he shook your hand, and it was just beautiful, beautiful. Such a wonderful show. And I'm just praying that this guy that they got, like I said, Andrew and everything, I just pray that he don't put too much about what he want to do for R. Kelly on social media. If he's gonna do it as his personal public relations or whatever person, his PR. I just hope that he just do it when it comes a time to talk in front of mainline media, not in front of on too much on social media. Social media is not for anybody to do their advocacy for R. Kelly, because then you will get it becomes so overwhelming with people, and you get some people that don't know how to talk to in the comment section that's come out of their mouth. Everybody can express their opinion, but if you ain't got nothing really nice to say, especially if you don't like a person, why would you even want to be bothered even listening to what they got to say? And that's how I feel. Like all this stuff that was going on about Kevin Samuels, I did my research and to find out more about what this man was saying. I mean, there was some things I didn't agree with what Kevin Samuels said, especially about women being over the top, stuff like being 30 and washed up and leftovers or whatever he made that statement. It was just like kind of offensive because I know that's not really true. Tavia the Savior. Hi, Tavia the Savior. It's been a long time since I saw you here. Wow. Welcome back. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Yeah, I see more people coming in. Can you please hit that like as you come in? I will appreciate it. Like and subscribe to my channel. I wouldn't say share because there's really nothing here to share but just me talking and having this chat with you. But like and subscribe, I would appreciate it. If you haven't been to this channel before and it's your first time, welcome. I hope I'll be able to enlighten you on any conversations or Kelly or any other kind of trending um, celebrity news. Thank you, Tavia. I appreciate that. I do. I really do. I'd like to have a conversation with you guys while you out here in the chat and while you're listening. I like to hear your input. Really, I do. If you got nothing nice to say, then say nothing at all. You know, say nothing at all. I don't want to hurt nobody's feelings. I don't want to get into no argument with anybody and cuss nobody out. I'm just expressing how I feel about R. Kelly. This is really disgusting. I'm so disappointed. It was just, oh, it hit me in my heart so deeply. And just to hear some of the things that come out of some people's mouth. People are just so wicked today. They're just cruel. They just think just because this is social media, they could just say what they want to say. Some things don't have to be said. Some things just don't have to be said about a person's character. You don't like a person, you don't like them. Move on. Move on. And I think a lot has to do with jealousy. Most of it has to do with jealousy. People are just jealous out here. Yeah, I did my advocacy, Tavia. I did try, you know, and I think I got distracted a little about I could have, been more into it. And I think I did get a little distracted with some things on social media. And I just like had to turn off for a while and say, you know what, I can't talk about nothing for R. Kelly right now. I'm just gonna stay low and move on and talk about some other things because it was just getting too much out there. The smoke was getting too thick and a lot of distractions were coming. People were focusing more and more on who's doing what on whose channel. And I didn't want to listen to who and this one doing on someone else's channel. So as much as you don't want to be a part of it, sometimes you get caught up in that stuff. You get dragged into that mess. So you got to be, sometimes cautious of what you're doing on social media. You got to wonder if, oh, I'm doing too much. You got to sometimes step back, fall back from having these discussions because some people could really get under your skin and take you from 0 to 100 and get you mad out of your mind. You have some folks that do that. You just want to take a break. I don't think everything need to be on social media. Tavia, I'm sure this is R.S. Kelly's born. He's born here in this country. He should not have to run. He didn't feel he did anything wrong, and he didn't. To be honest with you, some people said, like on Dana's show, it was. Now everybody want to call me. This is crazy. But anyway, like on Dana's show, Dana, when Andrew was talking, she said, well, was the justice, was the sentencing, justifiable for the punishment of the crime? And it wasn't. I know they love him overseas, but still, you want to be someplace, you want to be home. Everybody wants to be home and don't want to have to be a prisoner, somebody that have to exile from facing the US government. Nobody wants to have to go through that. I guess he wanted to face it. Like, I done nothing wrong. These women wanted to come in and they try to make it sound like he used these women like they came for aspiring singers and dancers or whatever they switched it up to say, and he was taking advantage of them, and he was making them perform sex acts with him and all that. This is what the punishment was about. Even if it was sex, it still shouldn't be 30 years. I'm sorry, they still overreached. It still shouldn't have been 30 years. They could have said, hey, okay, we give you 10 years prison time or whatever, but 30 years, I think the government has overreached. And somebody was also saying that it was not somebody was saying, it was also trending content out there about how his defense team, yeah, you know, I mean, even like 30 years, I think they overreached. I think they railroaded him. I think they actually double jeopardy R. Kelly. They wanted to get him, so they didn't want to get him in. If they couldn't get him in New York, I mean in Chicago, they was gonna get him in New York. They were just building up things that they was trying to lynch him with, and none of the stuff that they put out there, the what they have shown in their government, the government has shown in their case as trying to prove their burden of proof or whatever. They didn't. They went for the RICO and they did not prove a RICO. Exactly, Tavia. Wrong is wrong. And they did not show any, to me, they didn't prove a RICO. And 30 years was just way too many years for the minor shit. It's not even it was a misdemeanor, whatever. To me, from what I heard, having sex. I mean, for being with minors or whatever. What is the years for that? It's like, and none of them was minors. None of them was minors. They was adult. They were legal. They was at the legal age of consent. So where's the minors? Where are the minors? And when he was supposed to have been with, they try to throw this Aaliyah shit out there, and I'm like, come on, y'all. The thing was is that it wasn't even about him marrying Aaliyah. It was about him forging documents, and he didn't even forge any documents because Demetrius Smith. Yeah, where he's at now? Isn't it weird how all of a sudden now he just disappeared? That's kind of weird. Nobody has seen Demetrius Smith around in a while. That's interesting. And he was supposed to have got immunity or whatever like that. So I'm just saying. I'm just saying. But anyway, y'all, I am getting kind of tired. I have to call this person back or see what they want. If they speak on anything about R. Kelly, I am going to just like click, click. I gotta go. I don't want to hear nothing. If you ain't got nothing nice or right to say, don't say nothing to me at all. And that's how I feel. I'm not having it today. I am just not having it today. But I really appreciate those of you who wanted to stop in and chat with me. Some of you didn't say much of anything, but that's okay. Maybe next time that we can pick up again on this topic. I just got to get some rest. I just want to clear my head and just speak on the things how I feel right now. I'm just not in a good place right now. I'm just really not. So disappointed with this justice system right now. And if they could get away with doing this to R. Kelly, watch out for any black successful entertainer, whoever you are. Just watch yourself. Okay, don't celebrate this at all. Because if they could get away with him doing this to him, they're coming for you too. And that's why we can't let this kind of law be done to R. Kelly. And I've been saying that for the longest. We got to fight. We the people. Yeah, but right now, Tavia, they supposed to have him on some suicidal watch and some bullshit suicidal watch or whatever like that. And that's being right now, his attorneys and stuff is like, no, he's not suicidal. They need to bring him out of there. And they are filing charges against the MDC. They are filing a suit against the MDC for doing that. He was evaluated and everything, that he's not suicidal. But really, we don't really know the minds of people. But still in all, he shouldn't be there. He shouldn't be there. Yep. So anyway, y'all have a blessed night. Be safe. And if God's willing, I'll try to get back with y'all tomorrow, depending on how I feel. If I want to come on this live and talk to anybody, because I got to get this stuff out of my system. I do. I just took a break and went in this room. My husband's sitting in the other room watching TV. I just took a break in this room because I just wanted to talk, clear my head tonight about my Independence Day. I did not celebrate it like I usually do. I do celebrate independence. I'm very patriotic. I do try to celebrate independence, but this independence, I'm not feeling it. This was not teaching me anything about liberty, freedom, independence, or whatever the hell they want to call it. Anyway, y'all, I love you guys. Thank you all for stopping in with me tonight. Hit that like button. If this is your first time ever coming to my video, please like and subscribe. I'm not going to tell you to share this video because I didn't really put any content out there that needs to be shared. Just come in and chatting with me and just let me know how you feel about this whole. I know you probably been on other platforms and you shared what you want to share, but share some of that information with me as well so it can help me in seeing things and stirring me in the right way, and maybe even inspiring me and even encouraging me, because I need it right now. I really do. So you all have a blessed, wonderful night, evening. And if God's willing, I will try to be back with you again tomorrow, depending on how I feel. Peace.